Alright, time to play some more Modern. This is a deck that I've been playing around with for a little while. Initially started when Stoneforge was unbanned. For a little while I wanted to try and find what I thought would be the best Stoneforge Mystic deck. It ended up not being this one, but this deck was a lot of fun to play, so I'm going to go back to it. The combination of Stoneforge Mystic and Sword of Fire and Ice and Batterskull is very nice, all in kind of this package of playing cheap white creatures that interact with your opponent, slow them down, and being able to Ether Violet in is obviously amazing. Throw it in on your opponent's end step, untap, and be able to activate it. Aside from that, it's mostly just a normal Hatebears deck, so we've got Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin alongside our Leonin Arbiter. Leonin Arbiter says that any player can't search their library unless they pay 2 for the turn. So if you're Ghost Courting your opponent and they're tapped out, that means that they can't go and get a replacement land. They can't fetch if they have less than 2 lands out, so if you're playing this turn 2 on the play, it slows your opponent down by at least a turn. Path to Exile also now says exile target creature, and that's it, as long as the Leonin Arbiter is out. And then aside from that, we've got some kind of generic ways to slow our opponents down, like Thalia to tax them, a few aggro white creatures, Giver of Runes to protect them, Flicker Wisp just as a flying way to interact with things, exile a token, Flicker Batterskull, that kind of thing. We got a new addition from Zendikar, Skyclave Apparition, which is really, really good in this deck, especially in Modern, where everything costs 4 or less. So this will exile just about anything, and if Skyclave leaves the battlefield, they're going to get probably a mostly useless creature. You know, we could exile a Jace, they get a 4/4. I don't care about a 4/4. Care much more about a Jace. On the other hand, even if Skyclave does leave the battlefield and they get their token, I can Flicker Wisp a token away. Some other things along those lines, like Restoration Angel, to get some more triggers like that with Flicker Wisp, with Skyclave Apparition, and so on. And then I like to have me some fun, so I've added in one single copy of Elbrus the Binding Blade, and now this has been one of the most fun things I've ever done in a creature deck. Elbrus the Binding Blade seems like it's dumb expensive for a 13/13, especially given it's Modern. But its equip cost is only 1, and the reason it's expensive is because it costs 7 to put into play. But it does not cost 7 to put into play when there's a Stoneforge Mystic in the battlefield. I know it's probably not correct, but it's the kind of thing that I like to play. So we're gonna try and get my opponent with a 13/13, and on turn 3 sometimes, and it's always a lot of fun, especially when they lose the game and the Withing Guard trigger goes on the stack, and they just have to stare at it while they sideboard. Aside from that, we've got kind of the obvious choices for our sideboard. We got Burn and Grow Forge Tenders, Auriok Champion to help us against the aggro red matchups. We got Rest in Peace, possibly the best graveyard hate in existence, alongside a single copy of Grafdigger's Cage, just to help us with things like Lava Dart. Lava Dart does pose a pretty big problem for this deck with the Thalia and the Flicker Wisp. Archon of Myriad just has an additional piece of hate, stops things like Storm, stops things like greedy mana bases like Jund, for example. It's going to slow them down by a turn. Winds of Abandon for our creature matchups, which is just Path to Exile. If we have a Leonin Arbiter out and they don't have any mana up, it's just a Plague Wind, just a 6-mana Plague Wind. Celestial Purge, way to kill things like Liliana and Bedlam Reveler, just kind of bigger red and black threats. And then Phyrexian Revoker as a way to deal with Planeswalkers that we're going to have trouble poking, so like a Jace in a control matchup or something like that. Yeah, that's about the size of things. So let's head on over into a league. The sand seems really bad. I got 3 Giver of Runes I can't cast, and Elbrus I literally can't cast anything, so we're gonna ship that back. This is better. So let's keep this. We'll keep the Horizon Canopy done. And then I guess I probably should have shipped back one of these Thalias, actually, now that I think about it. That was dumb. But that's fine. If they kill one, we'll have another one. So hopefully we can go Horizon Canopy, turn 2 Thalia. Sorry, Horizon Canopy, Giver of Runes, turn 2 Thalia, and then hopefully we draw a 3rd land so we can go Leonin Arbiter Strip Mine. What's happening over there? Okay. So green-black elves of some kind. I guess Westpale Lobby makes sense in just a regular old elves deck. Well, that was about the worst 2 draws I could have possibly imagined. So let's just sit tight and hope they don't have anything too crazy. Turn 4 is kind of their combo turn most of the time, so I guess we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's good. Okay, that went about as good as I could have hoped. Really regretting keeping the 2nd Thalia. What am I doing? Let's play the Arbiter. It's not like it's ever gonna work out with the Strip Mine because they have an actual factual million mana. So Collector Company. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Well, that's pretty bad for me. So chances are I might just kind of be dead right here, right now. So I think we're going to be relying on this Skyclave apparition to do some work here. Gonna need to exile the Azuri. The Azuri is the main reason we're dead here, just in case anyone watching doesn't know. You can pay 5 mana to give all your creatures +3/+3 and trample for the turn. So given that they have 5 mana sitting right here, and they also have 3 attacking creatures, that's a lot of damage. Elvish clan color. So we need to draw a white source. Actually, I might not even kill the Azuri. I might kill the Heritage Druid because they can't really do anything without all that mana. All right. Well, really being punished for putting that 3rd land on the bottom. Stoneforge Mystic is quite the non-bow with the Leonin Arbiter. I never even realized that before. I guess it never came up the first time we were doing this. They have another collecting company? Oh my lord. Oh, they have a Quarter Calling. Well, you can't search your library, opponent, so fair enough. Thanks for discarding that. They have 5 mana. So they can make that a 4/4, 5/5, 6/6, 6/6, 5/5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus 15 is 24 damage. I don't have enough toughness to even block it, so no point. Well, all right. Lesson learned. Don't not bottom the second Thalia. All right. Winds of Abandon seems like it's probably going to be really strong here. Auriok Champion Protection from Black. It's probably not the one. Rest in Peace is not the one. Celestial Purge not the one. Grafdigger's Cage might be. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage actually seems really good. Grafdigger's Cage, as much as people think of it as a graveyard hate card, will also stop Collecting Company and Quarter Calling. Archon of Emeria also probably pretty good because they do tend to rely on. I mean, it might be a little bit late by the time it comes down, but better that than nothing. Phyrexian Revoker also pretty good. It can stop them from activating Azuri. So I do have a lot of good options here. Thalia is basically useless, so I'm gonna get that out of here. Resto Angel probably a bit on the slow side. Flicker Wisp is also not. I mean, maybe it's better to have one Resto over a Flicker Wisp just because it's got more toughness and it can block better. So, all right, I'm okay with this. That's a lot of Ghost Quarters. Almost tempting, but I think I'm gonna mulligan. This is probably better. It's not ideal by any stretch of the imagination, but it's probably better. All right, Giver of Runes, and we can play a second Giver of Runes. They can start giving each other protection. Ooh, that's a nice forest. I like that. I almost want to take a screenshot of that. That's a beautiful forest. I want to get some of those on paper. Sure. Okay, that's a lot of mana they got. So I'm gonna make it so they can't activate their Clan Caller. Actually, they have 4 mana, so I actually think I'm gonna make it so they can't activate the Heritage Druid, and then hopefully we draw a land and we can go Leonin Arbiter into Path to Exile. So now that this does not say that it can't be activated unless it's a mana ability. It actually just says abilities can't be activated. So Heritage Druid no longer makes mana. Whew. That's gonna be a big hit. I don't really lose any creatures here. I'm just kind of taking 3 for no reason, so that's fine. I'm gonna get a Sword of Fire and Ice and hopefully start picking off some of these creatures. Really seeing a theme of I shouldn't be bothering or bottoming the 3rd land, but so she goes. Oh, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. Never lucky. Alright. Had the tools, didn't have the mana. Alright, this looks promising. So we got turn 1 Giver of Runes, probably turn 2 Thalia, maybe turn 2 Leonin Arbiter, hard to say. Oh, never mind. Now it's about to get disrupted, so sure. Giver of Runes is gone. So Thalia is going to be able to come down the turn before Liliana would, so that's good news for us. Let's play the plains and carry on. Oh god, don't be a Renin 6. That's a Renin 6. Alright, so we're not playing the Thalia. That's obvious. That's just a bad idea. So what we're going to do is we'll play the Leonin Arbiter, and we'll Skyclave Apparition the Renin 6. Never mind, I guess we're not doing anything. Jeez, I have it all, eh? Alright, well, I'm not even going to bother playing out the rest of this game with all my X1s in hand and their Renin 6 on the battlefield. So that was annoying. So what are we bringing in for that? We're bringing in Celestial Purge for sure. That gets rid of Renin 6, it gets rid of Thalia. Archon of Emeria is probably good against them. They have one of the greediest mana bases in Modern. Auriok Champion protection from red and black, basically, so they can't they can just never kill it, which is pretty good. And then Phyrexian Revoker to stop the run in 6s. So what do we not need? Thalia maybe does. It's hard to cut Thalia because it actually does. It does do a lot against their deck, but maybe it doesn't do enough in the face of run in 6 to risk it. So maybe but I think Flicker Wisp is probably worse option. So let's get rid of the Flicker Wisps. We'll get rid of 3 Thalias, I guess, and call that good enough. Okay, I can live with this. So we have a turn 1 Ether Vial, turn 2 Auriok Champion, and a Giver of Runes. And then turn 3 we have the Archon of Emeria. Skyclave Apparition's nice pickup there. Play the Auriok Champion. So they're playing a run in 6 probably, but they can't kill it. Oh no, they have Goyf. Okay, I'm gonna put Giver of Runes into play, gain a life, gain another life, and we're gonna tick up the Ether Vial. Of course, we draw 1 drop. That seems about the only reasonable thing I could have expected there. I'm gonna put in this Archon of Emeria just to slow them down a bit. Yes, I want to gain a life, obviously. We're just gonna hold back, and Giver of Runes gives Auriok protection from green, so I could even just block the Goyf if we wanted to. Play another Goyf, sure. Gain a life, yes please. I guess I was gonna enter tapped anyway. I will go ahead and put a 3rd counter on here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw a card off the silent clearing here, to see if we can find a Leon Arbiter or something. So let's play a Giver of Runes, and I'm just gonna go and attack for 2 in the air with the Archon, and then we have Skyclave Apparition off the Ether Vial at instant speed if we need it. So if they play like a Liliana or something, or a Plague Engineer, that is annoying. But I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's actually only going to kill the Auriok Champion because everything else is a core. Yes, I'd like to gain a life, please. Oh, they chose Cleric. Smart. Tricky opponent. Do I want to put in the Skyclave Apparition? Probably. Let's just exile the Plague Engineer here, and I do not want to put in another counter. I'm going to draw another card here. Let's see if we can find that Arbiter. No, we got a lot of strip mines though. Or I guess not even strip mines, Ghost Quarters. Okay, let's just feed in for 2 with the Archon and carry on about our day. Liliana, sure. Just gonna discard a Ghost Quarter here. Oh, they had a Ghost Quarter too, neat. So we can kill the Liliana here with like relative safety. So I'm gonna say always no to this now. Giver of Runes, okay. So we'd like to draw something a little stronger, but that's fine. So we're going to go to attacks here. We're going to attack Liliana, and before blocks, I'm going to give this protection from green, and I guess we're going to give her protection from red first now. What is the bolt targeting? The Giver of Runes? Sure. That's fine. So give this pro green, play another one, play the Ghost Quarter. Just kind of plays around a second Liliana there's not really a reason to play the Ghost Quarter, but there's no reason not to. When they could just play another Liliana and make me discard it anyway. Sure, this is fine. They got some big creatures, but we're doing our own thing. Need to draw like a Stoneforge Mystic or something. Path to Exile's pretty good. Just gonna start feeding in for a bunch. Maybe this is actually wrong. Yeah, this is probably a mistake. I think I'm just gonna feed in for 2 and hold back as a blocker here, and use Path to Exile to clear off one of these Goyfs probably. Scoos might be a bigger problem long term, but no, it's annoying. Yeah, I guess I'll get to land. Ugh, another Liliana. They've shocked in their land that has to come in tap because of the Archon. That's nice. Love to see that. Target player sacrifices a creature. Okay, well we're gonna get rid of the Giver of Runes now. Okay, so we need to draw something good off the top here. Another land's not gonna cut it. Yeah, Field Rune's not gonna do it either. Ugh, my god. Alright, well, deck's not handling so well. Ooh, that's a bad hand. We could put all these lands into play with my Ether Vial on 0. That's not how that works. Ooh, this is better. Get rid of one of these Thalias. Oh, I got rid of the wrong Thalia. God, it's Snuggly Thalia. Why would they give me this Thalia? Alright, ooh, god. So we're playing against the Amulet Titan, I assume. Which means this Leonin Arbiter is probably going to do some work, hopefully. And so is this Ghost Quarter. Yep, bounce land incoming, I assume. Yeah. Alright, so what are the odds that they actually get to play a Titan next turn? If they just go like a Zeusa, bounce land, bounce land, bounce land. So I think I better play Leonin Arbiter here, just to head off the possibility of them searching, because I think it's pretty plausible that they can cast a Titan this turn, but I don't think it's very likely that they cast a Titan and have the mana to pay for a search. Okay, Dryad is not as bad as Titan. Oh, I guess I don't have an Amulet anyway, so wouldn't matter. This is going to be good. So we get to take this opportunity to Ghost Quarter them. So now they're down. They just been cut off at 2 mana. We're going to Path to Exile them, and we're going to get in for 2. So now they're down to 3 mana and no board. That was a reasonably okay turn. Probably still not in a great shape, but it's about as good as we could have hoped for there. Crumbling the Siege, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good. The Arbiter means that now they're going to have to pay a lot more mana for their Titan to be able to search for lands. Blocked off for attacking for a while, but at least we're kind of safe behind these Arbiters, I think, for a bit. It at least buys us an extra turn to hopefully find like a Path to Exile or something with one of these Horizon Canopies. Okay, more land drops. Let's see if they crack that Windswept Heath without paying. Oh, perfect. So let's get that Ghost Quarter going while they can't pay, because currently it costs them 4 to draw to search their library. See if we can find a Path to Exile. No. Okay. So they currently don't even have enough mana to cast a Titan, which I assume is probably the last card in their hand. Sure, if you want to start trading 4 damage for 4 damage, I'm all for it, bud. Wow, they got a lot of dryads. Jeez. Oh, they don't even have a Titan. Wow. Okay. Do I crack this and search for something, or do I just play the Thalia? I feel like I just want to play the Thalia. Alright, so I'm going to block off. I'm just going to start double blocking these things. I think the Leonin Arbiters have done their job so far. Amulet of Vigor, sure. I'm going to crack this. Gotta stop drawing lands, please. We're in race mode now. But with all these extra lands in our hand, I'm not really liking our chances. Sure, let's see what comes in. Oh, right, they don't even need to crack this Windswept Heath because they have these Dryads. Please give me non-land. Literally any spell. Okay, perfect. That was the draw. That's what we were waiting for. Oh, great. Okay. So, Stoneforge Mystic. Numero uno. And I can't search my library. God, these Leonin Arbiters. Ancient Stirrings, sure. Don't think they can find anything all that scary off in Ancient Stirrings. And then they can bounce Teleria West, get an Academy? Or sorry, bounce Teleria West and get a Summoner's Pact, I guess, maybe? Is that the plan? Yeah, that looks like the plan. Let's see if they remember to pay 2. Kind of seems like they are. But maybe they just can't figure out how to do it. Ah, there it goes. Okay, so they paid 2. And now they can search their library, and now they're going for the tutor. Yep, okay. Valakut enters the battlefield. Ooh, that's a mess. Okay. Yeah, we just couldn't kill them fast enough because of these stupid Dryads. Okay. Yeah, not much to be done about that. But that should be fine. Like, they're going to bolt some things, but we can field to ruin it. They're still kind of out on whatever it is they're trying to do. So that's good. This is probably all okay. They should only have one of those, so I'm not super scared of just dying from damage. But they are kind of at risk of just top decking Titan at any point, so I do need to be careful here. I'm going to grab a Batterskull. Just going to block with the Thalia here. We're at 1. Can't use the Silent Clearing anymore. Castle Garenbrig, that's fine. Perfect. Alright, let's draw a card and just see if anything else pops up. No, okay, so we're just gonna hope they don't draw a Titan, and we'll hold up the Batterskull. They found a Field of the Dead. That doesn't scare me all that much. Field of the Dead I can answer with the Field of Ruin. And I assume they realize they can't attack. Yeah. Smart move. That was a good draw. So if they want to kill this, they're going to have to basically throw away their one of the Dryads and the zombie. And then I'll be able to... I'll be at 7 life. I'll be able to survive a hit on the backswing. And at that point, I can either like Resto Angel and equip the Sword of Fire and Ice, or I can just pick up the Batterskull and play it again with Stoneforge, and so on. Yeah, it looks like they're going to jump it. No, they're going to go for the kill. Okay, fair enough. So let's put that Zombo up front. So we kill those 2 things. We gain 6 life. They are now down to just a Dryad. Hopefully they don't find a Titan. We're still kind of just dead to them finding a Titan. They're paying costs, which doesn't seem to bode well for me. Oh, they found an amulet. Okay, well that's not scary. Get in for 2 while they can. Nope. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's get a Skyclave apparition going. Exile this, and then just start getting in with the Sword of Fire and Ice, and try and just have them dead as soon as possible. Give them as few draw steps to draw out as I can. Oops, no, no, oh no. I did that wrong. Alright, well, hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Oh, they found the Titan. That makes me dead, I think. Yeah, that was their one window to draw it, and they drew it, so we're dead. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. Jeez, man, that feels bad. None of these things really do anything. Grafdigger's Cage, kind of? No. Celestial Purge doesn't do anything. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything. Winds of Abandon, not really. Oriox Champion does nothing. Archon of Emeria. Like, it makes their things come in tapped, but all their things come in tapped already anyway. But I guess it means they can't, like, Summoner's Pact into a Titan. So maybe that's worth it. Let's get rid of... God, the Elbrus is just... I'm not getting rid of the Elbrus. I don't care. I'll take an L before I get rid of the Elbrus. Let's get rid of the Flicker Wisps, I think. Phyrexian Revoker. What does that do for us? Like, they don't play the Sakura Tribe creature that puts lands on the battlefield. Do they have anything else with an activated ability that isn't lands? I don't think so, right? Yeah, no, I think this is the only real change that does anything. So let's just throw it back and give it a shot. Yeah. Oh my god. All right, so I guess we'll keep this. We're gonna put back a plains and just pray to God that we draw a Leonin Arbiter. Maybe it's just that I was supposed to mulligan until I found a Leonin Arbiter. I don't really know, honestly. Radiant Fountain. That's fine. Alright, at least that represents a clock, I guess. No bounce land, eh? Seems like a slow draw from them. What do they have? Force of Vigor. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'll just play the Ghost Quarter here and just have it purchase in case. This gives us access to a path to exile. I feel like that wasn't worth it. Like, they just 2-for-1 themselves on a Force of Vigor, took their second turn off. Also, they can get rid of my Ether Vial. Like, I guess it means I could flash in a Leonin Arbiter, but I don't know. It seems pretty dubious. Yeah, that's probably not going to resolve their friend. I'm gonna go ahead and Field of Ruin that. Don't need you having 4 mana, thanks. They still had to return a land. I forgot about that. Okay, that's good. Skyclave Apparition is good. I'm actually going to go ahead and use that now and exile their Amulet of Vigor, and that hopefully gives me enough time to just, you know, keep them off the game for long enough to do something. Because I can, even if they play something else that's relevant, I can Resto Angel, Flicker the Skyclave Apparition. That gives them a 1/1, but it doesn't give them back their Amulet of Vigor, and then I can exile whatever else that they played. I can also just Path to Exile this, which I probably will. Yeah, I'm just going to Path to Exile this and we'll get in for some extra damage. Oh no, I can't, right, because it costs 2. Okay. I guess we'll just take this turn off attacking, it's fine. What's this now? Karn the Great Creator. Walking Ballista. Fair enough. Okay, well now it's resto time. I'm going to Flicker the Skyclave Apparition. Exile the Dryad of the Elysian Grove. And we'll just attack the Karn down. And they have a 1/1 that we can just attack through on the ground. See what we draw. Nope, that's not what I want. See what we draw. Path to Exile, that's nice. Okay. So let's attack the Karn for 3. And let's attack them on the ground for 4. So they're playing the Walking Ballista for 4. And they're probably just going to shoot down my Thalia, I imagine. What's this now? Dismember something? Sure, this is fine. And then Ancient Strings, Amulet of Vigor, sure. Alright, so let's just attack on the ground here. Hopefully they try and double block. And then we'll just blow them out with a Path to Exile. Sure, if they want to give up their blocking ballista, that's fine, I guess. Perfect. So now what I'm hoping for is that they pump their ballista and then I get to Path to Exile in response. So in response to this, I'm going to Path to Exile the Dryad, because that means they won't get to play their second land for the turn. And I'm also going to Ghost Quarter their Simic Growth Chamber so they can't get to untap it. What entered tapped? Oh, the Path to Exile land, right. And then, yeah, let's just get rid of the Simic Growth Chamber. Actually, I probably should have gotten rid of the Teleria West. That was my bad, but I guess at least they don't have a second blue mana, so it doesn't matter too much. So now they have to pick up a land. They don't get to play a second one. So it should be safe for now. They picked up, what did they pick up, a forest? Right, yeah, that's fine. So I'm not really sure what my opponent plans to do with this Ballista here. Kind of hoping to kill the Thalia because I miscounted my mana and I did not leave it up enough to play the Path to Exile. But I'm kind of hoping I just won't need it. Like if this is what they want to do and they just want to trade off their Ballista for my 2/2 and just get a 3/3 back, this is also fine. This is probably even better for me, honestly. So they just take 5 down to 5. They untap with a maybe Titan, and they can't really kill me. I don't think that they can deal. I think they can deal 16 damage this turn. So, and that's if they actually have the Titan. They do in fact have the Titan, but I still don't think I'm dead, which is fine. So as long as I'm not dead, I'm fine because I can just win with this Path to Exile. Field of the Dead and a rot farm. Fair enough. Not really sure what their plan is here. Have they played a land per turn? I thought they played. Yeah, they played the Radiant Fountain per turn. So they're not going to get a zombie out of the they're not going to get an extra zombie out of this anyway. And we're just going to get the Path to Exile the Primeval Titan. We'll have an army of zombies to deal with on the ground, but we still have this Resto Angel in the air. So I don't know that I see this as a huge problem. What's this now? Dismember. Okay, so now we might have a problem, but Thalia can hold back the angels for a little bit. Okay, what's the Horizon Canopy got in store for us? Okay, first things first, we got to exile that Primeval Titan. They have no more basics. That's good news for us. Okay, so now we're in that part of the game. This is like the part of the game I hate about playing against Titan, is just because they're kind of grinding us out with this Field of Dead, but if they ever find a Titan, we're just goners. So we got to try and find something before they do. Okay, so we have a Path to Exile to keep ourselves safe from another Titan at least now, and we're going to be able to get. What are we getting here? Are we getting a Batterskull? I feel like we need to get the Sword of Fire. Nice. Oh, they're in 5 minutes on clock? Yeah. They do need to find a way to kill us. Sure. We got more stuff. Maybe I should have got the Batterskull just to, like, now that I know that they're only down to 5 minutes on clock, the Batterskull might have just helped me stall for long enough to make this a thing. And now the Resto Angel's nice there. Okay, so let's Resto and blink the Stoneforge. Yes, please and thank you. Nah, let's get a Batterskull. Let's be responsible adults here. Okay, let's play Plains, and now let's go swinging in with the Resto Angel. They're probably gonna have to block with the Arboreal Grazer. Yeah, and then we can end a turn, put in the Sword of Fire and Ice, or end a turn, put in the Batterskull or whatever, and then untap Sword of Fire and Ice, equip it, and they're dead. And we have just enough protection from Titan to survive at least one more turn. So I think we're looking in pretty good shape for this game in particular. Oh, good thing, because they found a Titan, apparently. Maybe? Yes? Yes. Okay. No thank you. Okay, so they're going to get a bunch of zombies, but they're just dead in the air still, so not going to matter. And they're still playing despite the fact they only have 3 minutes left and they still have to win a game 3 somehow. So, you know, good for them. They're doing their best. They're troopers. Oh god, Omnath mana. Hold. Hold. I don't know what they could possibly do here to not die. They're still dead to the angel, so that's fine. Like they're dead face up on the table. Like the Sword of Fire and Ice is in my hand. They know about. All right, let's put it into play. Like unless they have a Force of Vigor or something, but no, they're just dead. And now they have 2 minutes to win game 3, so I don't really see this going their way probably. I guess this is fine, but it's kind of sketchy. The Leonin Arbiter kind of pushes it over the edge for me to want to keep it. Like I feel like that slows them down enough that they can't even win with their minute 45 on clock. But I'm gonna need to draw land soon. It might be just too slow if I don't draw land this turn. So maybe that was a consideration for not keeping this. Still, though, minute 30 on clock seems like pretty slim chance of winning. But I mean, this deck can't kill out of nowhere, so who knows? Oh, he bounced the wrong land and forgot to tap mana for it. Okay, I'll take that deal. Land. Perfect. That's what you like to see. So now they can't search their library. So we don't have to worry too much about them just killing us out of nowhere. So I think this is going to slow them down enough that they can't even win on clock right anymore. So especially with the Giver of Runes that we're going to put into play this turn. We'll see if they do it right this turn. Giving it the old college try, bud. Just doing whatever at this point. Yeah, just kind of doing whatever. Just doing their thing, just vibing. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Alright, well, Leonin Arbiter is good against this deck, so picking up our first match win. Our first match win. And okay, let's see. Rocky start. Mostly my fault for playing Stoneforge Mystics into Leonin Arbiters and whatnot, but we've learned our lessons and now we're gonna play better. And we're gonna bring it back to a 3-2. Alright. Oh, we won the die roll? Alright. We got Leonin Arbiter, we got a Stoneforge Mystic. We even have the Elbrus in hand so we can sneak attack them. Like we're gonna play a Stoneforge Mystic, get a Batterskull, and then we're like, surprise, actually it's a Elbrus and you're dead. Oh, it's Hardened Scales? Okay, never mind, maybe we're dead. Play the Stoneforge Mystic first. What's better? I think probably the Sword of Fire and Ice, because if we can get out in front of them putting a million counters on things, Sword of Fire and Ice does a really good job of keeping their board clear. Kind of wish I played the Leonin Arbiter now. Green-white counters. Ooh, interesting. Sure, that's fine. Would like to draw a white source. Sounds good. So now we can get rid of their Hardened Scales with the Skyclave apparition here. And hopefully that keeps them off things. I could have Leonin Arbiter and gotten their Temple Garden, but I feel like they're probably just going to have another land, and I'll have a chance to do that next turn, ideally, so not a huge concern. Ranger Captain of Eos, fair enough. Man, Leonin Arbiter would have been nuts if we just played it out this turn. So, Field of Ruin. Gotta stop doing that. White, colorless, Leonin Arbiter. Strip Mine. And fast turn. Heliod. Fair enough. I think we're just gonna play it back, just nug their Temple Garden, keep them off their Mocking Ballista, and keep going. Cool. We appear to have reached the maximum of their lands. Love to see it. I think I'm going to keep the Sword of Fire and Ice just in my hand until I can actually play it and equip it and attack in the same turn. So Ether Vial for now. And as bad as I desperately want to crack one of these Rising Canopies for a card, I'm going to resist the temptation. Yes, I would like to put a counter on it. Please and thank you. Sword of Fire and Ice. Equip up. Hopefully they don't have main deck instant speed artifact removal. I feel like they don't. I feel like that would be weird, but I mean, God only knows, right? Okay, so we have a Ghost Quarter. We can start hopefully strip mining them if they tap down this turn. Yeah, good. This is acceptable to me. So let's Field of Ruin this, and then we'll play a Ghost Quarter, and we'll get that white source. So they need a white source to activate that Heliod again. And in the meantime, I'm just going to hit him for another 6. And I'll just hold back the Leon and Arbiter block in case something goes horrendously awry. See what we draw. Batterskull. That's going to be nice next turn, probably. Although I might just crack this Rising Canopy to draw a card. Never mind. Or I'll just do nothing because they decided that they've seen enough. That works for me. Okay, so they had Heliod, Walking Ballista, so Phyrexian Revoker is going to be probably a powerhouse because it stops both those things. Grafdigger's Cage. Do they play Court Calling, you think? Probably not. Archon of Emeria. Probably not too effective. Rest in Peace, Celestial Purge. Yeah, Phyrexian Revoker might kind of be the extent of it. They seem to be mostly a creature deck, so I guess we can take out the Thalias maybe. And then maybe we do bring in the Archons and just take out all the Thalias. Because they're weak to Walking Ballista and they don't really do a whole ton. This hand seems fine, I think. Cool. No turn 1 play, love to see it. And get that Ether Vial going. Hopefully next turn we find a land so we can play a Leon and Arbiter too. Auriok Champion, don't really care about that. Not super scared of them gaining some life because I'm, like they're gonna gain what, like 5 life off that probably. I'm not a burn deck, right? I'm a grindy deck, so if they want to gain life in exchange for a card, that's by all means, Leon and Arbiter has been found, and then we'll flash in this Giver Runes on his step, or whenever it's appropriate, and then we can start beating down with these Skyclaves and these Archons. Yes, I would. Thank you. And I will like to put a counter on this. Path to Exile seems pretty good. It's going to attack with the Leon and Arbiter here. Don't really see any way that could go wrong for me right now, so. Collected Company? Interesting. Alright, let's play the Giver Runes here. And I guess I don't really want to play into a company here. But I feel like I might be able to use it to my advantage with the Skyclave Apparition instant speed. So, and then if they're going to tap out, and then I can use the Path to Exile for maximum efficiency. Eladamri's Call. I wasn't expecting. Fair enough. So it cost them 4 mana so they could pay for the Leon and Arbiter. They found a Heliod, sure. So they're going to play Heliod, activate it, and then attack with the Auriok Champion. No, that can't be it because I have a bunch of 1/2s in play. Conclave Mentor, sure. Oh, I see what the Auriok Champion's for. Obviously, it goes well with their Heliod. Okay, I'm going to put in one of these Skyclave Apparitions. Now seems like a good time. And just get rid of the Conclave Mentor. Sweet deck, honestly. I think it's pretty cool. Do I want to just Path to Exile right now? Maybe, right? Nah, that's fine. They can gain their life, I don't really care. I'm going to say no at this point. Probably should just be an always no. What am I doing with my life? Oh my god. That was so bad. That was just the worst thing I've ever done. I said no out loud and I clicked yes. Okay, well, we've lost our ability to interact in instant speed. But we have these 2 Giver Runes, so I don't think anything could really go all that wrong for us. I'm just going to hold Path to Exile here. Auriok Champion is fine. Also fine. So now definitely no. Okay, so let's get our attack on here. No attack or no blocks, that's fair. No, this is fine. So what happens here? They're gonna gain 2 life, they get to put 2 counters on something. Or on things, I guess. But if I exile an Auriok Champion in response, they don't gain any life. On the other hand, I could just Path to Exile the Heliod. I think I'm gonna go for the path on the Auriok Champion. I think that leads to me having the best time here, because that way they're not gonna have 5 they're not gonna have 5 devotion. So Heliod won't enter as a creature. They won't get a life gain trigger. I'm just gonna stick to the plan here, honestly. I don't really see what they could do with their 1 card in hand and like a Path to Exile. I guess I could start just giving things lifelink. So maybe I'm actually going to Just play another Skyclave Apparition and nug their Heliod. Yeah, they put a counter on the Orion champion, that's fine. God, this Ether Vial's killing me. Sure. So they paid 2 for the Leon and Arbiter. The Leon and Arbiter is kind of just becoming more of a liability for me at this point. At some point I'm going to have to use my Field of Ruin to clear out their Gabby Township. Stoneforge Mystic seems good here. So I get to pick up 4/4 Ballista. They're only going to kill one thing though because they give her runes, which is nice. Oh my god, every time. Man, I'm playing like trash this league, jeez. Sure, don't care about that. I think I'm actually going to flicker my Ether Vial here and just reset the clock. At least that way I'll have something to do with it. I was considering flickering the Skyclave Apparition, but I don't think it's really that important to give them like a 2/2 to exile their 3/3 or whatever. It's not really a trade I care to make. I'd rather just have the Ether Vial online. And even if, albeit it won't be online for a couple of turns. Ooh. Wow. Do they have Archangel of Thune too? Huh. I wasn't expecting Spike Peter. I didn't know we were playing in 2016 here. Oh, come on, crack the fetch without paying. Do it, it'll be hilarious. Wonder what they're waiting for here. There's a lot of Path Exiles. Really want to attack with this Leon and Arbiter because it's really just doing me more harm than good at this point. But I feel like they'll just not block it. Sure, makes sense. Oh, that's Imminent Life. Interesting. So, I mean, I guess it's not Infinite Life, strictly speaking, because they will have to do it a little late for that, bud. Oh, I see. They stack it so that the Heliod's no longer a creature. Interesting. That's really clever. Good job, opponent. Alright. Go for it. Go gain your infinite life. Do what you're gonna do. Oh, I can't cast spells. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. Well, we played bad, and we deserved that, so let's try not to repeat the mistakes of the past. You know what? Winds of Abandon. I should have put like Winds of Abandon in, now that I know what they're doing better. God, I would totally keep this in a heartbeat if I had a single planes. Okay, this is better, I guess. I'll go give her a Rune Stoneforge, grab a Batterskull or something. Maybe grab Elbrus if the mood calls for it. Stoneforge coming up. Actually, I think I might get Elbrus. Yeah. God. If I draw a third land, Elbrus is like probably insane here. But if I don't, it's probably gonna punish me pretty hard. But it's just too much fun to pass up. Alright, I'm just gonna pass here. I got the Path to Exile if anything goes horribly wrong. And if nothing does, then I got Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. What's happening? I'm gonna give it Pro White just in case I have to Path to Exile or something. I guess if they have Path to Exile, then like they have access to just they can just Path Withingar, but I think we're gonna get a Withingar here. Do we do it? Eldamri's Call, sure. Yeah. Definitely probably wasn't the call, but damn it, I want my 13/13 flying intimidate trample. You got it, dude. Okay, so let's go Leon and Arbiter, and let's path the Mentor while they're tapped out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this Withingar Unbound trigger on the stack, please and thank you. Alright. Okay. Can we at least get a winning record, please? There's nothing quite as fun as winning with Elbrus the Binding Blade in Modern. Hand's kind of crap. This hand is better. So, despite my own better judgment, I guess we're probably going to get rid of a land here and call that good. So, Ether Vial comes out on 2. Sorry, on 1. I guess I'll just play the Stoneforge Mystic, not like I have anything better to do. And I think this time I'm going to get Sword of Fire and Ice. Be a little bit more responsible. It's a little bit easier to get Elbrus when I have a second creature out, but if I get Elbrus and Stoneforge dies, then it's kind of just... Oh, they're all Stoneforge. Fair enough. Would love to draw Leon and Arbiter this turn. We can just strip mine, and Path Exile. Wow, that was just... I'm going to keep one Ghost Quarterback just so I can make sure I can activate the Stoneforge, but still, that was a sweet turn. They have 7 cards in hand, though, to my 2, but still, doesn't really bother me any. I think I will go ahead and put this up to 3. If I draw a 2-drop I really need to cast, I can just cast it. Okay, that's not important, so let's just stick with what we got. We'll put the Sword of Fire and Ice into play at the end turn, and then might take up the Ether Vial to 4 intentionally this time just to play the Resto Angel. Sure, Ether Vial for 2, which I assume they drew for turn, because otherwise they would have played it turn 1, or maybe last turn. Okay, so now let's activate the Thalia. Sorry, let's activate the Stoneforge. Put a Sword of Fire and Ice in. I will probably go ahead and put the counter on, yeah. And then we can play... well, let's equip up to the Leon and Arbiter. Let's play a Silent Clearing and use those. Keep the Ghost Quarter up, just in case. And one way or another, Thalia is dying this turn. Yep, fair enough. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and play my own second Ether Vial. Just start the clock on that ticking up. Now, I'll probably use Resto to save my Leon and Arbiter if I need to, but otherwise I'll probably just flicker my... Actually, I might just flicker my Stoneforge Mystic regardless. Pick up an Elbrus. Bind some blades. You know how it is. Oh, they have their own Arbiter. Alright, good. So now we both have to pay 4 to search our libraries. Put in Resto, flicker. I guess I can't search for it anyway, but still. Which one's this? Okay, so yes to this one. No to this one. Fair enough. Let's see what we got on just drawing a card here. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start swinging. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. That's why I didn't want to equip the Sword of Fire and Ice to the Resto, because if they did have the Path to Exile, then I wanted the Path to Exile to target the Leon and Arbiter, since it's kind of doing the least amount of work right now. Don't put your eggs in one basket, as they say. Okay, fair enough. Hard to argue with that logic, I suppose. Would like to draw a second land so we can equip the Sword of Fire and Ice, but that's not a huge problem. We're still just super winning on board. You might as well attack. I mean, I guess you're not really in a spot to trade 2 damage for 1. So, okay, so let's put a counter on the small one, and no counter on the big one. Field of Ruin is a second land. I probably should have equipped that to the Stoneforge Mystic, honestly. I literally just went through this line of reasoning a second ago. That's fine, though. It's not the end of the world. I've got 2 creatures kind of lined up here to pants up, even if the Stoneforge Mystic dies somehow. My opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. They kind of just bent over backwards, throwing all the resources at not getting hit by the Sword of Fire and Ice. Give a rune, sure. So activate Ether Vial in response to its own ability, because I do want to take it up to 3, but I also don't want to get stuck with that Leon and Arbiter stuck in my hand. So yes, I'll put that one up to 3. No, I'll keep this one at 4. Yeah, and that's exactly why. So now I have a Skyclave apparition that I can rely on. And then we're gonna suit up the Leon and Arbiter here, and we'll go ahead and... Oh god, it's Sonic Sickness. Why am I so bad at this? All the Leon and Arbiters. Okay, so from now on, all of these are no's on the tick up. Okay, so let's go ahead and attack and see what happens. Sure, they're gonna give that pro white. Wow, that's not what I expected at all. Okay. Flicker Wisp to flicker my sword? Sure. Oh, I guess I get to actually flicker my... Sure, okay. So this didn't work out great for me, but it's fine overall. Do I want to crack this? What's this? Batterskull? That's fine. So I think now my attention probably has to go towards that. I think I need to take the opportunity to exile that Batterskull right now. Right, I can't exile the Batterskull. Okay, so I'll exile the Giver of Runes, since that's kind of causing the majority of my problems next to the Batterskull. I'm going to probably go ahead and pop this Rising Canopy too, just to see if I can find like another Skyclave apparition or something. Nope. Okay, that's not ideal. I think this game is probably slipping away from us at this point, though. That's not what I expected at all. So they found a land, they cracked one of their Canopy lands to draw a card. We are taking 4. That was a pretty good draw. So I guess I'll play this Ether Vial here. No reason really not to. And I guess there's no reason not to pants up my Skyclave Apparition. Maybe it saves them off from blocking for a turn. Sorry, from attacking for a turn. If not, I mean, my plan is kind of just to block with the Skyclave Apparition, and then actually I guess even with the Stoneforge Mystic, because now Leon and Arbiters are gone, and then we can flash in the Resto Angel off the Vial, flicker whatever's blocking the Germ. Oh, never mind. I can just straight up block the Germ. Okay, they have another Vial. Good. This is great for me. So now we go Resto Angel, flicker the Stoneforge, and then we can block the Flicker Wisp, assuming they don't have one of their own, like another one in hand. And I think, God, I really want to get this Elbrus, but I think it's probably better to get the Batterskull at this point, just so that we can get out of dying range. So this one will go up. And the other two are going to stay where they are. Okay, so let's equip that over to the Resto Angel. You'll love to see it. Okay, so shock them and draw a card. And now we're cooking with gas. So now we have Flicker Wisp on our side too. Yeah, things are looking pretty good for us here. What do they have here? Archon. Okay, that's fine. So we can use the Flicker Wisp to flicker the Batterskull and just block the Archon. So I'm gonna put a Flicker Wisp in here, and I'll just flicker their Archon. So they'll have it back on end step, but they won't actually get to use they're not gonna have any good blocks or anything like that, and I think they're just dead unless they block. So I sense it, yeah, might be over. Okay, that was a hard fought battle. Phyrexian Revoker probably good here. We can make them make it so they can't activate their Batterskulls, their equipment, make sure they can't activate Stoneforge, can't activate Ether Vial. So it is going to hurt me as well. So I'll have to be careful, because anything that they can't activate, I can't activate. But I think I can probably play around that well enough to deal with it. Do I want Archon? Probably not. Doesn't seem very good in the mirror. Oreo Champion maybe. Winds of Abandon maybe actually too. So let's start with those. What's not good? Thalia was kind of lackluster, so maybe we take those out. Like Thalia is not really good in creature matchups, so probably better to just not have them. Especially if I'm bringing in Winds of Abandon. The same probably is not good enough to beat the mirror. Ramping them and just straight up playing Field of Ruins with no Leonin Arbiter is not probably where I want to be. This is more like it. I'm just gonna get rid of a Field of Ruin. Yeah, that might be a mistake with the 2 pain lands, but that's whatever. Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter. So no white mana from them. A lot of Ether Vials though. Yes, tick up please. Okay, Field of Ruin makes me more excited to play this Stoneforge Mystic here. And I'm gonna get a Sword of Fire and Ice, and I think what I might do, if all goes well, next turn I can play Stoneforge Mystic and get I can flash it in with the Ether Vial, get a sneaky Elbrus, and then put it into play with the other Stoneforge Mystic, untap and attack with it. So that might be my plan. Sounds pretty fun, honestly. Don't know if it's good, but it's fun. It's kind of the story of my life, honestly. Did they just Ghost Quarter themselves for a white mana? They're gonna path to exile my Stoneforge? That seems bad. Okay, sure. I'm down with that. I got a second one in the wings, so I will take the free ramp. Thank you very much. You're gonna strip mine yourself to ramp me. I'm about that. We're down to 2 cards in hand. I have a Skyclave Apparition that can come down next turn and still play like an Ether Vial or something. Another Ghost Quarter's fine. 2-drop, so Leonin Arbiter, they're gonna actually strip mine me? Nope, Thalia. Okay. Interesting. Do I want to play the Leonin Arbiter here, or do I just want to play an Ether Vial? I think I'm gonna draw a card. I don't think I want to play the Leonin Arbiter while I'm just gonna be tapped out with them having a Ghost Quarter up. I think I'd rather just play the Stoneforge Mystic and untap and do some shenanigans and get started on my second Ether Vial clock. If they have a Leonin Arbiter, then that's just how it is. But I'm not going to help them out with that. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. I'm going to put a counter on both of these, so I can access the Skyclave Apparition at instant speed. Sure, that's fine. I guess I'm just going to play the Stoneforge Mystic. No, I guess now that I've played my Leon Arbiter, I don't want to play my Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, I'll just draw a card. And I'll probably exile the Giver of Runes on end step with the Skyclave apparition. What did they get? Batterskull? Sure. So they have a Batterskull and an unknown card in hand. So Skyclave comes in, get rid of the Giver, and then Giver of Runes. So I'm going to tick up the small one, leave the big one where it is. Ah, what am I doing? No, at least I get the... That was just like a bad play all around. What am I doing in my life? So I guess we'll just hold back and block and use Giver of Runes to give protection. Kind of just like a no harm, no foul situation. Ooh, interesting. Didn't see that coming. Alright, I gotta figure something else, something to do about that. Flicker Wisp would be nice at some point. So we're gonna put this in the Sword of Fire and it's into play. Okay, fair enough. Maul the Skyclave, eh? I was considering putting this in the deck, but I just didn't think it did enough. Not that, you know, Elbrus the Binding Blade does enough, but at least Elbrus is fun. So I put a Sword of Fire and Ice into play, and then we'll equip it up to the Leon and Arbiter. I'm going to give this protection from black so that the Germ can't block it. And if they want to block and just trade their both their creatures for this and just only rely on the Germ, then I'm okay with that too. My suspicion is they probably chump. No, okay, they're getting both. Alright, so we have a couple of outs. We basically revolve around finding a flyer, preferably a Flicker Wisp, and that way we can just kill the Germ outright. Okay, that's probably good enough if we need it to be. So what we can do is we can wait for them to attack. We can vial in the Skyclave apparition, exile the mauled Skyclave, block the Germ, and use Giver of Runes to give something protection. So for now, let's Sword of Fire and Ice the Leon and Arbiter, and we're going to give this protection from black, and they can either get rid of their Stoneforge or they can accept the fact that I'm going to hit them. That's what I figured. Okay, it can go. Oh no. Wow. Come on. I didn't even think of that. I was supposed to respond to their Ether Vial because they could have because they did exactly that. They vialed in a Phyrexian Revoker, and the Skyclave apparition in my hand is now stuck because I can't activate my own Ether Vials. So let that be a lesson, I suppose. All right. Do I want to bring a Celestial Purge just to deal with the Batterskull token? Is that like the worst idea? Probably not a great idea. I already have Bat Exiles. Am I supposed to leave in the Thalias? I feel like I'm not, because Thalia doesn't really do all that much. No, I feel like it's probably better the way it is. This is fine. Okay, so take this up to 1. Oh, perfect. I'm going to put a Stoneforge Mystic in, because that way I have a chance to just go end step, Giver of Runes, and I guess maybe I was thinking I should have gotten Elbrus the Binding Blade there, just because that gives me a chance to go end step, Giver of Runes, draw land, untap, put Elbrus in, equip attack, and get a 13/13. But in the face of a deck that's playing 4 Path Exile, it's maybe not the best. I can pull the same trick here. I do want to tick it up, but I want to put this Giver Runes into play without tapping for it. So, and I don't have any 2-drops in my hand anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and tick it up. And yeah, so Leon and Arbiter's the draw there, but that's fine. So I'm just going to leave the Giver of Runes up so that I can protect the Stoneforge Mystic here. And then the Sword of Fire and I should be able to connect after that. I smell Leon and Arbiter coming on. Yep. Alright, so I'm going to skip a turn and I'm just going to pay for the Leon and Arbiter here. And they're going to just basically strip mine themselves. They slow me down a turn, but I get to Path to Exile their Giver of Runes without letting them put a creature in. And I think at this point I'm going to put the Skyclave in and exile their Ether Vial. And then they've kind of stripped mine themselves. They've cut themselves off more mana by doing this. So I'm happy with that. I was supposed to not play that, but whatever. I don't think it really matters what I do at this point. Feeling pretty far ahead. Igonjo Castle. Neat. Okay, fair enough. I think this is basically a no forever at this point. Okay, so let's put this into play. Pants up the Leonin Arbiter. Give it pro white. Give it pro blue. Oh, I gave it pro white already. That's fine. I'm supposed to give it pro blue and then pro white, because since I gave it pro white, I can't activate my Giver Runes on it. They just let it hit them? Okay, sold. So, shock the Apparition, get a 3/3. Draw a card. They're down to 5 minutes on clock. Well, that wasn't so bad. Cool. So, we only did it once, but tell me it wasn't fun winning with Elbrus the Binding Blade. I mean, not that we won with Elbrus the Binding Blade, but putting that trigger on the stack, that was the real fun. Thanks for watching. If you guys feel like you want to pick up some of those new cards that that you saw there, well, namely the Skyclave Apparition, but if you already play Hatebears in Modern and you're suddenly inspired to put an Elbrus the Binding Blade in your deck, you can head on over to wizardtower.com. And if you don't want to pay real money for your cards, like a smart person, you can trade in your existing collection, and they are running a promo right now where if you trade in your existing collection, they will, for store credit, they will give you an extra 30% on top of what they would have gotten in cash. So you can put that towards anything in the store, such as Elbrus the Binding Blade, or a box of Zendikar Rising to get some of the sweet Skyclave Apparitions, like those are powerhouses you saw. Give them a look-see. If you're interested in upgrading your collection, then I would take that option and consider it very strongly, because it's I've used it myself and it's very good. I hope you join me next time, and put more terrible cards that should never see play outside of kitchen table into my Modern deck and try and win.